First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
In studio right now, and we're excited to have him here after my embarrassment on the golf course, is Kevin Crosley, the president and CEO of ARC Herkimer. Do I say it correctly? Is ARC A-R-C?
You guys, it's ARC.
ARC.
It's ARC. Yep.
And man, have you guys accomplished a lot down there.
Well, thanks so much, Bill, and thanks for having us. And I assume the guys here in the studio got a chance to see that prowess of yours on the golf course.
As Davey said, you actually had a couple of shots. I don't know how you found them, but
there's one and two in every round.
There's got to be. No.
Ultimately, it was a disaster.
Well, you know, that has been so much fun, and we've had a great experience.
Executives in golf carts. You have a whole series.
Executive in golf carts having
people.
fun. Yeah, we've done at least a dozen of them, and people have really enjoyed doing it. And it's just a lark. And, we video for a couple hours, take it down to about a 8 or 9 minute video, and people really like it. So
and it was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, I used to golf often, and since then have become horrific. I was never good, but I was never this bad.
It's one of those things you have to be consistent with.
And then, I don't know about anybody else, but have you ever done it when there's a camera on you? I mean, I know Tiger has done it.
Gallery anyway. Even the guys waiting to tee off behind you at one is
that's another problem. You're right. And you can tell when they're leaning on their club that they're annoyed at the time you're taking. So, but and you guys took over the Mohawk Valley Country Club.
Yeah, 2020, April 1st, 2 weeks into the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it was quite a transition, but
which actually was a positive.
It actually was, because during the pandemic, one of the things you could do was play golf.
Yeah.
So our membership really tripled to quadruple, really in numbers, and we've been able to maintain that all these years.
So the other thing that has occurred is this is prior to you, ARC, as they added the back nine, and it was a bit difficult in the beginning. Balls were going all over the place. They were hitting rocks, and but that has changed.
That has changed. The back nine's about 10 years old, and it's grown in, and our greens and grounds crew has done an outstanding job of really bringing it on. The front nine's 117 years old.
Yeah.
So that's been around for a while.
That's a challenge, especially that first par 3. I think it's hole 4 is. If you don't make it over the woods and hit it right there on the green, it's a little bit of a tough one.
We do have a few challenging holes. It's really been a lot of fun, and the beauty of it is that we've had this last year. We've had 51 people with disabilities that are either have been employed there or have received day services.
And that's
there.
part of that's where the investment comes in.
Absolutely. It's really another one of our social enterprises, and we have a number of them that we've developed over the years, and this one is a little unique. Not too many organizations like ours have 18-hole golf course, restaurant, and bar, but we're fortunate.
You may be, is there anyone is there any ARC facility or a facility like yours in the country that does all this?
Probably not too many. ARCs by nature tend to be pretty conservative.
Right.
And their boards tend to be pretty conservative. We've taken a very different approach with our
that's under you. I think it was pretty conservative prior to you.
Yeah. And that's pretty typical of ARCs nationally.
But they were doing, so there was the thing where you had people working in the recycling area, right? There was a recycling center.
Yeah, well, there's been a variety of things over the years. But, right now, we have a 10,000 square foot goods store, donated goods store. We have a 18,000 square foot safe quality food facility, 63,000 square foot warehouse and distribution center, 73,000 square foot mall, 120,000 square foot business park, and an 18-hole golf course, restaurant, and bar. And now we're embarking on our next.
And we'll get to that, but I would say one might say you've done a really big job at an incredible job at assisting in the Herkimer rebuild and the rebuild in the valley. You guys are playing a role.
Yeah, we are. And our tagline is building community. And we take that very seriously. And being larger employers, obviously, in Herkimer County, we're kind of a big fish in a small pond. And, we really have done as much as we can to improve the community around us and to offer opportunities, not only for the people we support, but for the region itself.
Yeah. Talk about this next step, which is enormous. In fact, your groundbreaking comes next week on what is being called the Utica-Rome Event Center.
Yeah, this has been a long time in coming. I started talking with Mr. Kucharak back pre-pandemic, and we had a couple of fits and starts along the way, but at this point in time, we've been able to secure about 90% of the funding to go ahead with the event center. It will be located right off the 17th hole of our golf course. Yeah. We were able to acquire another 12.8 acres a couple of years ago that we didn't have as part of the original donation of the golf course. And we decided that in terms of parking and having larger events and whatnot, that would be the place to locate it. So we are in the process right now of getting ready to have our ceremonial groundbreaking now that we're at that point.
How long before that'll be open? And
I anticipate it's probably going to take about a year to build and to get going. And so I think by the time we actually get events rolling, might even be into 2026. But, we're really excited at this point.
That's fairly quick, though, still.
Not too bad.
And that could be weddings. It can be
we're going to have weddings, class reunions, social gatherings, whatever.
With golf.
Yes.
And it's, I just can see the guys are playing golf on Friday before the Saturday wedding, the whole,
absolutely.
And women, everybody.
Well, and we actually have a phase 3 of this that I would like to think in the future we'll be able to do as well. We have enough space out there for a little boutique hotel or some cabins or something so that people that have weddings and whatnot would have an opportunity for people to stay.
A lot of people help with this project to make this go.
We've had a handful of foundations. Obviously, the Kucharak Family Partnership being the lead in this, but we had the Up Mobility Foundation, the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida County, and a couple of other family foundations that have really helped us get to. We're about 90% there. This is a multi-million-dollar project, so it took a while to raise those kinds of funds.
And it is it stays within the theme of helping those who are developmentally disabled, because I'm assuming you'll be employing people.
Yeah, absolutely. As we have with all of our other social enterprises, it's all about being mission-based and offering opportunities for the people that we support, as well as, growing jobs and opportunities for people in the community at large. So
it's awesome.
I think that, and I've known some families who've had children who, you go back 50 years, there really was nothing there. And all they want is for normalcy for their kids.
Yeah, and the big thing now is inclusion, making sure that all the folks that we support are as much as part of the community as you and I are. And
of course.
It's a big deal. And we talk a lot about that in all of our mission-based operations.
How big is this for the region, for the Mohawk Valley?
Yeah, I think it's really going to be special. We've already embarked with a couple of people that kind of been in this industry that are kind of acting as advisors for us a little bit, and our board of directors is, of course, working closely with us on our business plan and that we're putting together. I just think it'll be an opportunity. It's a facility that really doesn't exist as much. It's 6,600 square feet. It's going to have over 200 for weddings. There's a nice bridal suite on the second floor that overlooks the ballroom. I mean, it really is going to be a special facility. And the fact that it's going to be at our venue there at the golf course, overlooking the course and whatnot, it just makes it that much more special.
So under you, Kevin Crosley, this has been a very, very active arc of Mohawk Valley.
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. We don't spend a lot of time patting ourselves on the back. We're just looking for our next opportunity, and this is one that really we've been working on for about 5 years. So we're thrilled to be able to break ground next week.
All right, that is Tuesday at 10 a.m. Groundbreaking ceremony, and big deal for the Valley.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way, he was also really bad on the golf course.
I'm sure.
That's not true. You looked. It was embarrassing on my part.
That's all right. No, there's no embarrassment at all.
That is true. That's because you can edit that out.
Absolutely.
Right. That's what.
Or they just edit all your bad shots together and make a montage.
I think I had said to you on the way out, because it was said, "Listen, we'll put in the good shots. You're going to look just fine. And no one will even know you had a couple of rough holes."
That's right. Well, we did have a nice little putting sequence there.
We did
as part of it, where we let you.
I think I said to you, no, do not.
Yes.
Feel free to make a fool out of me as I was. Yeah. So, foolish.
Well, I just thank you for being a part of it. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it as well. Thanks so much. Kevin Cross, keep an eye on what's going on down there. And if you get a chance next year, or who knows, you may. If you get nice weather, do you open the course?
Yeah, I mean,
so, like if you get like you never know.
Tuesday was beautiful.
No, the course is still open.
December could be.
Yeah, we had guys last year playing in February. I mean, it was no snow on the ground and 50 degrees. And
it was probably my Uncle Mark. He's always.
I'm not sure that we're. There's a pretty good chance we're going to see something like that this year too.
Yeah, very likely.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Bill.